This episode is sponsored by Google. It's Safer Internet Day. We sign into dozens of online accounts each day, and using strong, unique passwords is critical to keeping them safe. Luckily, Google Password Manager makes this easy by helping you create and securely save strong passwords for the sites and apps you use. So try Google Password Manager and make today safer listening, shopping, streaming day. You get the idea. Get started at passwords.google.
This is the Mistress Carrie Situation Report for February 7th, 2023. Your daily entertainment headlines, industry info, and everything rock. Just announced, Disturbed are bringing their Take Back Your Life spring and summer tour to the Xfinity Center in Mansfield, Massachusetts on August 18th. Ginger has been announced as the opening act, with more announcements coming. Tickets go on sale this Friday at 10 a.m. through Ticketmaster. Linkin Park will release a previously unheard song called Lost. It's coming out Friday, February 10th. The track is an outtake from the recording sessions for the band's second album, Meteora, which is getting ready to celebrate its 20th anniversary in March. Linkin Park has been on hiatus since the death of Chester Bennington in 2017. Last April, Mike Shinoda from the band said that there were no plans for new music, albums, or live shows from the band. Ozzy Osbourne has issued a brief statement on his big wins at the Grammys over the weekend. The 74-year-old took home the award for Best Metal Performance for Degradation Rules with Tony Iommi from Black Sabbath. Osbourne also won Best Rock Album for his latest album, Patient Number 9, his 13th solo album. Ozzy wasn't there to accept the album award, but producer Andrew Watt and Robert Trujillo from Metallica, who appeared on the record, were present to accept the awards on Ozzy's behalf. Ozzy saying, quote, "I'm one lucky motherfucker to have won the Best Rock Album Grammy. I'm blessed to work with some of the greatest musicians in the world, and Andrew Watt was my producer on this album. Winning the Best Metal Performance was equally gratifying that the song featured my longtime friend and Black Sabbath bandmate, Tony Iommi." And speaking of Ozzy, he's set to appear in a Super Bowl commercial for Workday coming up on Sunday. Other notable rock stars in the campaign include Paul Stanley, Joan Jett, Billy Idol, and Gary Clark Jr. Some other big Hollywood names doing commercials during this year's Super Bowl include Serena Williams, Miles Teller, Maya Rudolph, Anna Faris, Alicia Silverstone, and Kevin Bacon. And drama is heating up between David Gilmour and Roger Waters, confirming they basically still hate each other on social media. Gilmour's wife, author Polly Sampson, took to Twitter to denounce Waters as a, quote, misogynistic, anti-Semite Putin apologist, saying, quote, "Sadly, Roger Waters, you are anti-Semitic to your rotten core. You're also a Putin apologist and a lying, thieving, hypocritical, tax-avoiding, lip-syncing, misogynistic, sick with envy megalomaniac. Enough of your nonsense." Soon after, David Gilmour quoted his wife's tweet saying, quote, "Every word demonstrably true." America's largest movie chain has announced that prices of a ticket will now be based on seat selection, meaning seats in the front will be cheaper while more desirable seats in the middle will now cost more. The ticket pricing initiative, called Sightline at AMC, will roll out at its roughly 1,000 movie theaters by the end of the year. 3 tiers will be available: Preferred, Slight Premium, and Standard. Sightline also provides customers with an incentive to sign up for AMC's Movie Pass subscription. It's called Stubbs-A-List because members of the monthly program can access the preferred seating at no extra charge. Pam Anderson will be starring in her own cooking show titled Pamela's Cooking with Love. The upcoming 8-episode series will feature Pam Anderson collaborating with chefs to show her plant-based meals with recipes from her home in Canada. Over the summer, Pam Anderson will also reportedly be working on season 2 of her home renovation show titled Pamela's Garden of Eden. Production will take place concurrently at her home in Vancouver Island. As of now, there's no release date for either of the twin series. Metal icons Megadeth will perform an exclusive one-off global live stream called They Only Come Out at Night from the legendary Budokan in Tokyo, Japan. It'll be streamed worldwide and fully live on Monday, February 7th at 6 p.m. Tokyo time or 4 a.m. Eastern time. Carlos Santana has announced additional dates for his 2023 Las Vegas residency that'll take place at the House of Blues in September and November. This is the 11th year of Santana's residency, and tickets for the fall shows go on sale this Friday. Netflix has an upcoming animated series called Agent Elvis with Matthew McConaughey voicing the King of Rock and Roll. The show is co-created and co-executive produced by Priscilla Presley, and the adult animated series hits Netflix in March. Agent Elvis follows a fictionalized version of Elvis who's covertly inducted into a secret government spy program called TCB. You can check out the teaser where Elvis's training includes walking on the moon, shaking hands with President Nixon, and kicking a lot of ass. And that's your sit rep. For more details on all of the stories, check the links in the show notes of this episode. And don't forget to follow and subscribe to the Mistress Carrie Podcast. New full-length episodes come out every Wednesday. Episode 139, featuring Scott Ian from Anthrax, is available now.
This is the Ugly Things Podcast, and I'm your host, Mike Stacks. That's right, Ugly Things Magazine, your source for the very best in 60s beat, garage, and psychedelic music since 1983, is now also a podcast. We'll bring you interviews and stories about some of the most exciting, overlooked, and influential bands from the 1960s, 70s, and beyond. In November 1964, the moment happens. John Cale meets Lou Reed.
A mere hummingbird's fart may well have set its principles along differing paths.
Very well put.
Articulate, huh?
Oh, that's why you're a writer, Phil. It's all about wild sounds from past dimensions when rock and roll was young, daring, dangerous, and vital.
Quite often we used to be playing on stage and a fight used to break out, and really, it's just bodies and people flying about, so it's quite rough,
And hear insightful discussions with renowned rock journalists.
I was rejected from trying to write for the school newspaper, and in retaliation, they spelled my name Jarvie Kubernick in the yearbook.
Don't go changing, Harvey.
You're doing it f***ing wrong.
It's just nice to get the real stories down while they're still here.
Yeah, absolutely. Ugly Things, now on the Pantheon Network.